Wayward Vagabond.
Yep.
Is that the end?
That's the end of it.
Okay.
Yep.
Moving on.
You are now the Wayward Vagabond.
Wayward Vagabond. Retreat.
It's you.
Got him already. Wayward Vagabond. Examine rotten pumpkin.
What pumpkin?
Wayward Vagabond. Check the little red bar. It appears to be a gauge for a large power cell, perhaps fueled by some type of nuclear reaction. If this is the case, it's relatively low on fuel, but who knows how long it's been running here. You do not care about about this sort of nonsense. You will disregard it at once. You're very hungry. We're Vagabond, capsule log can of gravy.
Capture log. You have no idea what that means. It is total nonsense to you, and you do not know. It's total nonsense, and you do not know what to make of it. You will not give the foolish notion a second thought.
We're Vagabond, pick up the can of gravy, just pick it up.
You pick it up. You are now holding the can of gravy.
We're Vagabond, use sharp teeth to poke a hole in the lid of the can. Your teeth are useless for the task. They are blunt like that of a livestock, presumably suitable for mashing up plant matter and not for puncturing metal. We're Vagabond, attempt to open can with your weak, pathetic digits.
Your weak, pathetic digits are not strong enough to penetrate the can. Your fingers are certainly pointy, though, and your black carapace is suitably rigid, but you don't have enough muscle for the task.
We're Vagabond, take the man labeled beans. Take the can labeled beans. I said man, what the fuck? So I am labeling you beans.
Oof. Okay, you take that too.
We're Vagabond, examine can of custard. The can clearly reads mustard, a fact of which were perfectly well aware. It's sort of cumbersome holding all of these cans at once. You doubt you can hold many more than this. Maybe one or two. You'll need to find something to put stuff in if you want to carry a lot of things around. Wayward Vagabond, examine marking on wrist.
You drop all the cans and take a look at your wrist.
Is a sort of specialized barcode pattern. This brings back unpleasant memories and you would prefer not to dwell on it. Wayward Vagabond, examine the small potted plant.
What plant?
Wayward Vagabond, checkbook on human etiquette. It appears half the pages of this book have been eaten. The daunting volume is considerably lighter than it once was.
Sustenance, intermediary consumption. You're somewhat skeptical about the nutritional value contained by these pages. However, of the practical wisdom they contain, there can be little doubt. You've learned so much.
Wayward Vagabond, clear out all the cans inside the purple machine. You empty the peculiar cabinet and take a quick inventory of your canned goods. You have beans, mustard, gravy, bread, shrimp, asparagus, cheese, rice, corn, peas, flour, chestnuts, mayo, ham, potatoes, and squash. Such bountiful plenty, and yet the delights haunt you from within their small metal prisons. Wayward Vagabond, search room for can opener. How can you have a can of cheese?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's not how that's supposed to work. But whatever.
You've already looked all over the place for a can opener, even making a few electronic inquiries about one, to no avail. Nothing else inside the purple thing either. You recall that Wayward Vagabond asked John for a can opener a long time ago.
It's a very good point. Wayward Vagabond located a nearby sharp object. You wield your trusty knife. It is actually you're not sure what they're called. It's an old rusted one of those red mailbox arm swing flappy doodads. Either for letting you know there's mail in the box, or maybe for alerting the mailman to outgoing mail to be collected.
There! Sorry. That's right. You got it right.
John didn't.
Yeah.
You don't know, really. You've wrapped a little piece of cloth around it for the grip. It's useless for opening cans. Wayward Vagabond, be the imp.
This means nothing to you. You are not an imp. And you have no idea what an imp is. And you will not entertain such frivolous and childish ideas ever again. You feel stupid and hate yourself a little for even considering it.
Aw, I don't hate you. You shouldn't hate you, Wayward Vagabond. Wayward Vagabond, become the mayor of Cantown. As the glorious founder and mayor of Cantown, you erect a dignified, majestic city hall out of cans, fittingly capped off with a tome of good manners for the roof. You have given yourself a very official and important-looking mayoral sash made out of old cables to complete your look of authority. A number of rather civic-minded citizen cans, rather in front gather in front of the building to offer an exaltation of their heir and magnanimous leader. All is well.
You immerse yourself in this beautiful dream as you whittle away the minutes, or perhaps hours. You love the idea of being a mayor. You love everything about mayors and the concept of an orderly civil democracy. It all seems so mannerly and reasonable to you. Everything is friendly and happy, and the city runs like clockwork. The foundation of the government is based on mutual respect between the leader and its people. It is also built on having a really great mayor that everyone loves, who is totally amazing and heroic and brave.
Beep beep corn, parade, vroom. Look at all this shit in the picture. Mayor sash and a top hat. That's amazing. Yep. Wish I was the mayor. That'd be dope as fuck. Mayors are so much better than kings. You hate kings and you think kings are really stupid. They're petty, bossy tyrants and are really full of themselves and are basically awful in every way. God, do you hate kings. Wayward Vagabond, explore west of Cantown.
Over here is the other side of the room. There's another one of those purple storage boxes and some useless objects scattered on the floor.
Wayward Vagabond, use glowing green rocks to open cans. What the fuck? Is that like kryptonite, or is that like a rock from the Slurpee juice? From
Looks
like,
radioactive to me.
It does to me as well. That's you.
No, I just read the last one.
Oh, sorry. You pick up the nugget of uranium and oh, that was so stupid. Why would you do that? We are a vagabond. Examine box of crayons.
It's chalk, numbnuts.
Inside the box there are 12 pieces of chalk, and every color is 10 pieces of chalk, and most colors of the rainbow. You are excited by this. We are a vagabond. Try to open the storage box.
It's locked. There must be some sort of release mechanism for this thing.
Hopefully. We're a vagabond. Examine contents of yellow container. The container.
Have you tried hitting caps lock?
Oh shit.
Go ahead.
I don't know if I'm proud or disappointed in you. Anyway, the container is full of motor oil. This does not seem useful to you right now. Wayward Vagabond, rescue that poor lightning bug.
There is nothing you can do for this little friend. Attempting to crush the amber encasing the firefly would likely cause it harm. It nevertheless bravely flashes on. You find its light alluring, inspiring. To you, it seems as if it could quite easily serve as the light of
democracy. Wayward Vagabond, use the chalk to draw some roads.
You sketch a handsome network of sprawling thoroughfares for your citizens to traverse. The adoring population applauds mayor's keen instincts for the city planning. You can even add some lush vegetation to your city with a piece of blue chalk, because you can't seem to find a more suitable color for some reason.
Wayward Vagabond, lay a chalk foundation for Cantown's civic growth. Develop a westward settling those fertile plains and claiming them for your city. Your section off a number of residential and commercial zones for civic growth, arranged in the only logical patterns that occur to you. It's a fucking like chessboard / checkers board. Like, he's literally he/she setting up this entire fucking bullshit place, wasting so much fucking time. You color the residential zones with your pieces of white chalk, but for some reason none of the colors in the box strike you as suitable for the commercial zones. Perhaps there is an alternative. We're a vagabond. Use your own P for the. I'm literally 5 years old for laughing at that.
Why? Why? Oh, Homestuck. How I love you so.
I can't tell if this is the most childish or most mature story I've ever read. Whatever.
You cannot urinate because you have not had anything to drink in quite some time. You are very thirsty. Also, that is a really terrible idea, and you would not consider befouling your wonderful city in that way for even a moment.
Good. Where Vagabond use motor oil to designate commercial zones. You fill each empty square with a bit of motor oil to complete the zoning. It looks rather striking to you. You can hardly imagine that an up-and-coming youth trying to make it in the world would not be delighted to live in your fair district. You're very careful not to get any of the unpleasant fluid on your person. What the fuck?
Now it is a chessboard.
I knew it. Wait, Wayward Vagabond, peel label from can of mayo and fix to sash.
Mayor.
Wayward Vagabond, survey surroundings, search of more terrain for city.
It seems you've run out of territory for your western expansion, but there's still a lot of empty wall space. Perhaps your citizens would be happier with a colorful backdrop that would make them feel more at home?
Probably. Aww. Wait a minute. Using most of your imagination and an entire piece of sky blue chalk, you render a bright and cheerful sky full of clouds. You decide that very closely orbiting your city is a luminous planet, about which orbits a single moon. You switch to another shade of blue and continue rendering on the great western wall. Strangely looking like something we saw earlier.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Looks like the chessboard in the sky from earlier.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know if that's just me being stupid. That's just the way it looks to me.
That is perfectly fair. Orbiting much further from your city are 4 planets. None of these have satellites. You've decided. Yes, that makes sense, you think.
Probably a little bit of sense. And on the southern wall, beyond an impenetrable vein of darkness occupying the furthest orbit yet, there's an ominous planet. A moon circles this one too. Boing, 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 boing.
Still seeing John.
Damn it, John. Wayward Vagabond, check that rampaging boy on the screen.
Oh yeah, it's that guy. You'd almost forgotten about him and his confusing shenanigans. It seems like he has things well in hand at the moment. He does not appear to need your help. And you have already concluded that he cannot help you, at least for the time being.
Wayward Vagabond, turn on the other 3 screens. Wait, what?
Also, it looks like a giant house.
It does. It looks like the Homestuck house.
It does.
It's literally the logo for this entire fucking thing.
Yep.
Wow. Quick, someone get Owen Wilson. I need a better wow. Wow. I don't know. It's going to be like, one of them's going to be Rose, one of them's going to be Gigi, and one of them's going to be Dave.
That's a fair bet, especially considering Rose talking about how there's 4 whatever it was, saying it was probably destined that there was going to be a 4-player chain.
Mm-hmm. You have no idea how to turn these on. There's no mouse for this weird quadra-monitor computer. It can only be operated through text commands from its keyboard. Perhaps there is a special key or command which will allow you to switch to another monitor? Wayward Vagabond, press tab. Tab. What?
So it was caps lock that triggered the other closet. Because tab triggered this one.
Fuck, dude.
And look, all of the beverages say tab on them.
Jesus Christ. He looks so excited. It's like, I don't know what to do with so many drinks. I've never drank anything before.
He said he's really thirsty.
Consume several cans.
You free the heavenly brown elixir from the jewels of pink carapace and imbibe like the wind. Imbibe like the wind. It is so sweet and sugary. You wondered how so much sugar can fit in one can. Whatever mighty wizard concocted this potion is truly deserving of your fear and respect.
Wayward Vagabond, welcome the rest into the city. The tabs are naturalized as little new citizens of Cantown. All cans are welcome and equal in your city, regardless of the can content and whether empty or full. It's not like emptying a can kills it or anything. They're just cans after all. Wayward Vagabond, hit escape.
Feeling refreshed and heavily caffeinated, you go back to work on the big computer. You hit escape, which seems to minimize the action window thingy and reveals a history of all the commands you've entered.
Interesting.
Then these are all the commands that were entered, so we don't have to read them.
Yep, we've already seen all this shit before. Use the arrow key to scroll up a bit. You can't believe how much you've already typed into this stupid contraption. What a waste of time.
Mm-hmm. Home, view, switch 2, switch 3, switch 4, switch 1, escape. Lock room, 3, pass, view, reboot. Scroll all the way to the top for your first command. It looks like there are more commands above it. Maybe someone was entering commands in this thing before you? There aren't many more. At the top of this list appears to be a very first command.
Wayward Vagabond, type switch 2.
Hey, it's a wizard.
That's Rose. You activate screen 2. The signal is garbled and you have no idea what you're looking at. Some sort of filthy beggar pleading for help? No one is around and nothing is happening. You seem to be locked out of any sort of interaction with whatever's happening on this monitor because she's dead. No, I'm just kidding. Wayward Vagabond, type switch 3. Wonder what is going on with Rose right now.
Yeah. It's another one of those rapscallions. The monitor is locked too. You can't tell them what to do. Not that you really want to, since it just looks like more confusing nonsense to you. You consider switching to screen 4, but decide against it. You have a feeling that whatever's there would just confuse you even more, and you don't even really care all that much anyway.
Wayward Vagabond, type home. All 4 screens activate together to display a countdown starting at 4 hours and 13 minutes. Wayward Vagabond, type reboot. Oh shit.
4:13.
Fuck, dude. You can't. Nothing is working anymore. The timer seems to have disabled the keyboard. Wayward Vagabond, be the mayor.
Enough of this nonsense. You are an important mayor, and this absurd contraption has wasted enough of your time. You've got a city to govern with a carapaced fist, which is to say firm, yet polished, and supple as the situation demands. Anyway, this will help you kill some time while you wait for that clock to count down.
Wayward Vagabond, create employment opportunities for the citizens' cans. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, there's the fucking chest now.
Yep.
You temporarily dismantle City Hall to free up all the can power available to create a vigilant town militia. You divide them into 2 groups, marking them with distinct teams and ranks using the pieces of white chalk and the motor oil. You then organize them in phalanx across the countryside, preparing for a stiff training regimen. When you are through with them, your forces will be a well-oiled machine. Chalk another one of them up to bold leadership. Wayward Vagabond, lead your men to victory. Oh my god. He's playing chess.
He castled, I noticed.
Let's see if Dark really does always win. Fuck, dude. He's high. So
Looks
Dark
like
really
Black
does
Deadman.
always win. Fuck. You waste more than 4 hours on this time for it.
And then the timer was at 4 minutes and 13 seconds.
Wayward Vagabond mourn the loss of Citizen Tab.
Your caffeinated jittering must have agitated all the little bubbles curiously hidden in the liquid, creating too much pressure in the can. You speculate this is why it exploded as you nervously eye the timer. You're starting to wonder what will happen when it reaches 0. Maybe it would be best not to be near it when that happens.
Maybe it's in the future. Though perhaps not as few as implied by circumstances, a peregrine mendicant trundles precious cargo beneath the gleam of the celestially ominous. Homestuck.
Bunch of mailboxes.
Weird.
Yeah.
Wayward Vagabond, go outside and get some sun.
You say a bittersweet goodbye to your beloved city. It is time to move on to greener pastures, by which, of course, you mean an arid, sandy wasteland upon which nothing green has grown in years.
The door shuts behind you. A panel on the door becomes illuminated. As you ponder over the marks on the panel, you hear another mechanical sound overhead.
The LCD panel appears to have a touchscreen interface.
Can I click any of this stuff?
No.
Okay. Wayward Vagabond curiously prod the funny-looking spirograph.
It appears this funny-looking spirograph room is locked.
The floor rotates a full 360 degrees beneath you while the surrounding wall seems to stay put. Wayward Vagabond, select the triangular fractal.
The triangly fractal room does not appear to be locked.
The floor turns 128 degrees and the door opens.
You go through the door and find another room. It's just the same size as the other one you were just wasted all that time in. While a clock was ticking down, to something which you may or may not be your doom. Maybe there is something in here that will help you escape. Against the wall, there's another perplexing contraption.
Against the opposite wall is some sort of control panel which catches your eye. It has 2 large screens, but only one appears to be active. There are fields for numbers which appear to be modifiable with the dials to the right. Some numbers are already supplied by default, perhaps entered by the previous user. There are a few buttons below, the largest one bearing the symbols marking the room. Also, it looks like there's a meter stick propped up there for some reason. Interesting. What kind of bunker is the Wayward Vagabond in?
Not sure. Also, looking at these numbers, it looks like the top, it's got horizontal lines, then vertical lines, and that looks like longitude and latitude. This is like completely from what I'm seeing these numbers for. This is not with other knowledge. And then a picture of a mountain makes me think height, right?
Mm-hmm.
Elevation. And then a time, I'm noticing it's set to 4/13/2009, which is the day of John's birthday, which is today in John's story.
I've seen 4913 a lot.
Hmm. Oh, you're right. You've seen like 24913.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, there you go. That's 4/13/2009 scrambled.
True.
We figured it out. But yeah.
Wayward Vagabond, attach your trusty knife to the meter stick.
You immediately craft a measuring spear through possibly the most advanced form of alchemy employed thus far. This is obviously the most important thing to do first. Obviously.
Definitely. Or it would obviously be the most important thing to do if you had to remember to bring your trusty knife. If you also insecure without your trusty knife, it makes you want to slit your wrists or at the very least flog your carapace with some sort of measuring apparatus. Wayward Vagabond, look at the other wall.
You examine the perplexing contraption across the room. You, of course, have no idea what it could possibly be. You adopt the only obvious course of action, which is to poke and prod it with your handy ruler. You are quite sure this is what the science is all about.
Excuse me. Oh, Wayward Vagabond, press the triangle pattern.
You go back to the... Oh, that's you, sorry.
No, it's true. You go back to the control panel, which probably obviously controls that gizmo, and you push the big blue button, which is obviously probably the most obvious thing to push. So, Mayor.
You purify a pumpkin.
Wayward Vagabond, examine pumpkin. It seems this mysterious gourd was transported, purified from a specific time and location somewhere on this planet you were on. You wonder if the machine, a purifier, will take any object that exists at whatever time and location you supply. There's a symbol carved on the pumpkin. You don't know what it means, and you doubt it will ever prove to be irrelevant in any way. Bullshit. Remember this.
Wait, so this was probably what happened to the pumpkin earlier? I don't know.
I was thinking about the pumpkin earlier. Just remember.
Honestly, I don't remember anything about any of this stuff. I just know Wayward Vagabond. It's been a while.
I'm remembering this pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a cat.
I don't recall if we've seen this symbol yet, but...
I don't think I've seen it before.
Okay.
Wayward Vagabond, devour a pumpkin. Nibble.
You consider dining on the ripe flesh of the plump vegetable, but your curiosity about a purifier gets the better of you. You try to sneak a nibble from the pumpkin nonetheless.
Wayward Vagabond, inspect green buttons. You first examine the attractive green buttons. The icon for the one on the left is that house shape you've seen plenty of times before. The right one on closer inspection appears to be the map for this underground facility, with the next marking its center. Wayward Vagabond, press green button on right.
You push the button. All the numbers change. Perhaps these are the coordinates for the location of the center of this facility, along with the local date and time. If this is the case, it would make a useful reference point for your current bearings.
Wayward Vagabond, fiddle with the dials. One way to find out would be to attempt to purify something from this facility. It will be easy to zero in on a location relative to the center because you have an uncanny knack for tracking precise distances you've already traversed and whatever units you choose. Your handy ruler gives you a good clue as to basic unit of human measurement. You'll go with that. That's a bad idea. Wayward Vagabond, purify your trusty knife.
You nudge the coordinates very slightly and bump up the elevation to 0.5 human measurement units. You make sure to keep the time approximately what it was to begin with. You purify your trusty knife.
Wayward Vagabond, purify Cantown. You nudge the numbers a bit more and purify a bunch of cans. This is so much more efficient than walking back to the other room to get them. You're to believe that time is at premium after all. Of course, this is like... Fuck, dude.
There's still a timer counting down.
First of all, there's a timer, and second of all, what the fuck is going on? I have a feeling that timer counting down is going to be the end of Act 2, isn't it? Like the end of that.
Very possibly.
I have a feeling that's what's going on. Okay, so of course his first reaction was get his trusty knife, then his can down. What's next? Wayward Vagabond disappearify the pumpkin.
Does this machine look like a disappearifier to you? Honestly, the idea that a purifier could both purify and disappearify things is so laughably ridiculous you would wish someone would disappearify your brain and reappearify it with a brain that is more smart and less dumb.
Oof. Of course he's wearing a dunce cap.
Yep.
In the background, just like spamming. Wayward Vagabond, use trusty knife to carve spook schema in pumpkin. What the hell are you talking about? That idea makes no sense at all and is basically meaningless. Try using that mushy stuff in your gourd next time. Say you just carve off the top, exposing a decadent cachet of gorgeous seed-laden ambrosia. Needless to say, you consume all of it rather quickly, but it turns out to be too gross for us to watch. Wayward Vagabond, move Speargrass switch.
You cannot move it. It has a speargraph-shaped indentation, and possibly will require a special kind of key to turn it.
Wayward Vagabond, purify Firefly out of the amber. Yay!
Well, that worked.
You release your blinking new friend. You will give her a name when something suitably whimsical occurs to you. Wayward Vagabond, adjust time dial to reappearify rotten pumpkin.
You and Serenity consider new ways to waste more time with the purifier. You are assuming she is a girl firefly, even though you're not really sure if fireflies can be girls. You target the extremely tasty rotten pumpkin that was sitting in the other room hours ago.
I'm pretty sure it won't be tasty, my friend. Just gonna say that.
The past.
Fucking Serenity's the firefly's name?
I guess so.
That's a pretty
I like
name.
the name Serenity.
I like the name. I'll have to. I like names a lot. Some people's names are really cool, but then some people get named like George and it's boring as fuck. No offense to people watching who are named George. I love you very much. I'm just saying it's not like one of the best names you could give someone. I'll just shut up before I offend more people named George.
Oh boy.
Seems the purifier cannot purify something if it will create a time paradox. A gelatinous ghost pumpkin purifies and quickly dissolves into a pile of unappetizing sludge. Oof.
Oh boy.
How would that create... Oh, that is the pumpkin from earlier. Like the pumpkin you just got was the one from in the room?
I don't know.
Well, it has to be, because why else couldn't he grab a pumpkin?
The one he has now is not rotten.
Yeah, but that's it. That's the one from the past.
I know.
Like, thought you can confuse me, huh?
I don't know.
Wayward Vagabond and purify the grate over the entrance to the facility.
Serenity blinks a message of urgency. You nearly forgot that while trapped in an amber, she was witness to all your tomfoolery and dilly-dallying in the other room, and knows the timer is about to expire. It is time to get the show on the road and escape. You reset the coordinates with the right green button again, and this time only adjust the elevation by approximately 10 human measurement units.
Wayward Vagabond, hasten to the exit post-haste. This is the end. That's the music from the last time that the act ended. Got 30 seconds. Yes, Serenity's telling you to hurry up, bud. Wait, is he... What's he gonna do? Is this really necessary? It's incredibly silly. Look at this, dude. Oh god. Oh wait. Psych? Holy shit. Oh wait. Unpsych.
You attempt the rare and highly dangerous 5x cliffhanger combo and fail. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen.
Holy shit, that's it again. Wayward Vagabond, ascend. Holy shit. I love this music, by the way, but holy shit, that entire facility just went up in the air.
Yep.
Poor Wayward Vagabond. Oh shit. How interesting. What the fuck's happening? Is this when all those meteors hit the Earth? Like after the events of the original story, is this what happened? Like while they're all in the medium?
That's what you're getting from this.
While they're all in the medium, is this what happened?
I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm not saying for you to. I'm just asking questions out loud. Like,
That's fair.
Rose, please don't die. We love you too much for that. There was a thing under that. Dad, no.
That's what happened to his trick handcuffs.
Aha! Hell yeah. Get him, Dave. Hell yeah. Dave and his brother, best friends forever. Of course, the little cow's there too. Flying down and... Alright, sweet. Where's Wayward Vagabond now? Oh wait, it ran out of power, that's why it stopped. So this is what becomes the Earth after the events of the story. Or during. I don't know. How does time work?
Okay.
I wonder how time works in the
will
media.
I'll say a couple things that the first bit of the meteor hitting the town and turning into it is very likely to be what happened after that. But the other one with the volcano, it did say not many was crossed out. So I personally assume that was a long time ago. But I don't know.
Probably. How interesting. That was all
right.
very interesting. I liked that. Next.
Now you can hit next because that'll just take you to the. Yeah.
And Act 2. Awesome.
All right.
That's so cool.
So we've officially finished the first physical book, by the way.
758 pages later.
Yep. So, what you think?
I really love this story.
And yes, that song that was playing in that flash is "Escape." It's one of my favorites of all time. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Like the one that was playing. I think you showed that to me at one point before. Because I recognize
that song.
It. Yeah, maybe.
No, I have not. I've made sure not to show you any songs that you have not heard in the book in the story.
Interesting. I feel like I've heard that song before. Maybe it was like that was like a remix of a previous song in the story. I don't know.
Nope.
I don't know, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Who knows? But
I'm high.
very
No,
good.
no, I'm not. YouTube, please.
Ooh.
I'm getting chased by the demonetization button as we speak. I'm sorry. Don't God, please.
Ooh.
Getting put down like this. I'm not going out like this, please. I have at least like a couple more videos in me. YouTube, please.
What were you trying to say?
I don't know why I said that. I guess I just said it randomly. I think I have like some sort of weird thing in me where it's like I say things without thinking and then I get murdered by YouTube. I'm about to get like demonetized IRL right now. Like, that's not chill.
Oh shit. Oh boy.
Be safe from the internet, kids.
Well, in the next one we'll start Act 3, which is exciting.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. The Wayward Vagabond plot though, like at the very first when I first read this, I was like, it's okay. But like at the end of Act 2, after this flash, I'm like, I'm really invested in this character now.
I'm very interested.
You know?
I'm very invested in all the characters right now.
Oh my gosh. Every character in this fucking story is amazing.
Even Gigi.
At least to the point where I've read. But yeah, so oh gosh, I'm very excited to continue this next time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I really hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed the hell out of that. That was nice. I'm really enjoying this story. I can't wait to read more.
Oh gosh.
I hope you guys will subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can like see our next video and see what the fuck I'm thinking of it next time. Hopefully YouTube doesn't murder me before the next video. I'd appreciate a like if you liked it, and if you didn't like it, please don't hit a dislike. That'd be very unfortunate.
Actually, dislike doesn't really do anything.
That's a fair point, but I mean, it makes me feel bad. Don't make me feel bad, YouTube. Comment and let us know what you thought of this. I really liked it, but someone out there could be like, no, this is the worst story ever. Well, then I guess that's your opinion, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, then don't watch it.
Exactly.
Do something else.
Yeah, go get a life, dude. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope you're all having an amazing night, day, evening, morning, whatever the fuck. And we will see you next time. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen.
Goodbye.